Well, hi. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can, but maybe you can. Even so, it's time for Be Encouraged, folks. Be good and enjoy. Wasn't ready, was I? Check this. Oh man, good morning to you all. Hello, it's me, it's Lee Bailey. And isn't that nice that rhymes with me? So I can do that little thing. It's me. My pen. I got my pen, my army pen. Don't forget to like and share, everybody. Like and share, everyone. I am stripped down as far as my equipment is concerned. And there's my man, Tora. Happy Monday, my friend. You don't look like you're on vacation. I'm leaving today. As soon as this show's over, I'm going to be heading out in that direction. Isn't that cool? I'm so looking forward to it. I am going to, for those of you who don't know, Tora obviously does know, I just booked my hotel room for today, this morning, and I'm going to Ocean City until Friday morning. But have no fear, because I'm taking my computer and everything with me, my camera that's right there. And that's probably the mic I'll use, even though I have a mic. Haven't decided how I'm going to work that out. Might not take that mic with me. I might just use the mic that's on this camera, which is outstanding. I don't know if that's the mic I'm using right now. Let me go take a look and see if that's the mic I'm using now. Let's manage this and make sure that is the mic, in fact, that I'm using. Microphone. And the microphone is not the one I thought it was, so we're going to make it the one I thought it was. Boom. That's it. That's the one we want. So I hope that's working. Tora, if you don't mind, we'll have game night tonight. Everything's going to go as planned, Tora. I've got everything. I'm setting I'm going to have a portable studio there in Ocean City, and I'm going to be out on the balcony, so y'all can be in jelly. Can you hear me good, Tora? I need your feedback, buddy. Can you hear me all right? Let me know, brother. Okay, that's great, Tora. Can you hear me? Tora, Laura. Tora, in fact, you know what? Let's come on the show with me real quick here and see. Yes, he can hear me. You want to come on the show, buddy? We can talk about the shows tonight, the people that are going to be on tonight. Before we do anything, here's the little bus. Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. That's all I needed to know, actually. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the little book of wisdom. And we are going to find this little gem. Rely on the message of the teachers, not on his personality. Rely on the meaning, not just on the words. Rely on the real meaning, not on the provisional one. Rely on your wisdom mind, not on your ordinary judgmental mind. That's from Buddha. All right. The greatest achievements take the deepest patience and the longest time. Soya Ponoch. And let's do one more for you guys to take with you this morning. You can walk in the office and go, only the man who can relax is able to create, and ideas reach his mind like lightning. Cicero. That's it, Cicero. You know what? And that's why every office should have massage therapists and chilling out rooms. They can go, or all that kind of stuff. That's what, don't you think? I think offices ought to have that. Or someone stands behind you while you're typing. It's just, doing your shoulders. And for me, oh my gosh, if somebody would stand and just knead and not massaging, knead my head. Because that's what my grandmother used to do with the biscuit dough. She'd knead it, I used to think to myself, I need her to do that in my head. And she would. She would. She just. My grandmother was the best. My mammy. Only grandparent I ever had was my mammy. She was a phenomenal woman. Definitely kept me on the straight and narrow. Except for one time when I burnt my cousin's bed down. Yeah, it's a long story. But she said she was going to punish me, and she took me into a room. My dad was going to probably kill me. That's why she saved my life. Oh, that was a snort. Sorry. Yeah, she took me in there, and she said, Lee, I'm so disappointed. And I was crying, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story. That's the story of a little lady. And we got a lot of people joining us because there's a lot of people who are excited about More Joy. More Joy Radio, More Joy Media is just blowing up, folks. We're getting ready to kick off a good fundraising Kickstarter, I think, pretty soon. I'm going to be working on that down at the beach. Isn't that the best place to work on it? Right out on the balcony. Might have to get a new laptop because the saltwater air might get in my laptop and corrode it all. Hope not. I don't think that'll happen. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't happen. If you're here and listening and watching, hey, thanks for coming along. And I would love it if you would not mind. Hey, Carrie Crawford. Oh, there she is. Carrie Crawford, Ocean City. Carrie Crawford. It sounds like they go together to me. CC and OC. Sounds like they go together. OCCC. CCOC. But anyway, I'm going to be there having a good time and enjoying myself. And yeah, we're going to be definitely, Billy Riley's not feeling too good. So we want to keep him in our prayers and thoughts as well. He's got a doctor's appointment this morning. That's all it was, really. I think, of course, he's one of those guys. He'll probably keep it from me, whatever. He said, I saw his doctor and his nurse on the old video this morning. Met both of them. And yeah, so that's looking like it's going to be something that's going to be fun. I just checked my traffic little thing. If I leave by 1, I'll get there by 3. That's a deal. Ocean City, here I come. But More Joy. Let's talk about More Joy for a minute, folks. More Joy Radio is what started this whole thing. How we started this was I've been thinking about I've been in radio for years, been doing production, television production, video for my almost entire adult life. And I've always wanted to be on the air, and I have been on a couple of different occasions. I've been on stage. I've been in front of the TV cameras. I don't have a face for TV, but I've been a sideline reporter, a play-by-play caller, a color commentator for several different sports, usually at the high school level, sometimes at the university level. And so I've got a lot of worldly experience as far as television and radio broadcast and production are concerned. Not as much as some, obviously, but a lot more than most. And so I have always wanted to do, especially as this world started to just come apart at the seams way before COVID. This is a couple of years ago. And incidentally, the last election cycle. And really, you know what, folks? Here's the thing. And I'm going to say this right now. We don't do politics on this show. I don't talk about politics because they're always negative. There's never anything positive about politics. So we don't talk about it here on this show. And so Tora just said that we should make More Joy Media face masks. Anyway, here's the deal, folks. The last election cycle, things got so crazy on both sides of the aisle. People just hammering at each other. Everyone blaming everyone else for every other thing there was. Just and the media just jumped on it like a pack of wild dogs. And ripping and tearing, and just think about that. I mean, that's what I was envisioning with the media. Okay, I'm envisioning. There's my sweet Gwenny Spencer. Hi, baby. How are you? I love you. You're so sweet. Yeah, me and Gwenny. I love her. Um, that's cool. Sean Perryman, who's with the NAACP, is running for lieutenant governor in the next cycle. But we're not talking about politics, Tora. Stop it. But anyway, so that's the gist of it is that things just started to come apart at the seams. And you know what? It takes two to tango. And so I decided and wanted, I'll put it this way, I wanted to put together a programming that's all positive. Music, we can have music, we have discussion, we have fun. You know, we have the LMB show on More Joy Media, which is me and my big buddy BK Blaster, Bill Knowles. He and I do the show, and our moniker or our tagline is seriously not serious at all. BK does a lot of preparation for the show. We just do top 10 lists and talk about different things that are current, maybe even stuff that happened a long time ago and we don't necessarily think that it got handled correctly. We talk about a lot of different things, and we want it to be, but we push the positivity spectrum. Positive, positive, positive. And that's the whole concept for me, is that More Joy Media should always be loving and positive. Okay. And so I adopted our tag for More Joy Media is EIEIO. EIEIO, encourage, inspire, educate, inform, so that we can all come to one. That's the O, the oneness. So, you know, that's where we need to be. I need you guys to like and share the program, because if you like and share the program, the more people that are involved, the more, you know, I get excited, the more work I put in, the more work other people are more excited. Other people get to come in and help. The more people we have watching and viewing and checking it out is what makes a difference. And we can start doing stuff. Your suggestions. What do you think? What would you like us to see us be doing? I'm open to all of that kind of thing, except from Tora. Kidding. We're open to everything. So if it's positive and it has a loving aspect to it, caring, community outreach, if that's what the aspect around it is, we also want to reach out to our communities. Okay. One, I'm a double lung transplant recipient. Obviously, I'm not a donor. And so the organ donor community is huge, and we want to be an outreach point for them as well. Also, mental health community. It's unfortunately that's growing by leaps and bounds. One of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm trying to shrink that community. We want to shrink that community, at least the ones who are experiencing difficulty. I want to grow the community of people helping. Okay. And I want to be one of those. But I'm one of the people that suffers too. I mean, we all do, I think, at some level. You'll never really probably see that from me, because I know where my bread is buttered. Okay. And that's in Jesus. And so, but that's for me. Other people, there's a real obstacle there. And it's not that he's the obstacle. It's the thought, what people think he is the obstacle. And they don't know that he's not what they thought he was. He's nothing but purity, nothing but authority, nothing but strength and stamina. So that's for another day. That's for another discussion. That's for an offline discussion. Those are the kind of things that I don't want to get into online. I'll be happy to talk about them. I don't want to get onto them with someone else. We can talk offline. But, and I'll bring our discussion, not necessarily who it was with or anything like that, but that'll come on, because I want people to understand that there are a lot of people that think exactly like they do. No one's exactly like any of us, but we do sometimes think the same way because of that input that we get from our devices, from our TVs, our radio stations in the car, and the magazines that we look at and read. We get all this input, which is input designed to manipulate us. And so I'm not one of these guys that says, I want to get a bunker. We're going to go live in a bunker for the rest of our lives and not even have any outside interference. Excuse me. Itch. But, and I don't know why I talk like that. They don't all talk like that. Some of them talk just like I'm talking right now. In fact, some of them actually have a very hoity-toity accent, and they have their own bunkers. Yes. Anyway, so, that's one of the things that we also want to speak to those people, man. If we all can come together and build a trusting environment and know that we are our brother's keeper. We are our brother's keeper. You say, I'm not my brother's keeper. Yes, we are our brother's keeper. We're the keeper of each other. And we need to understand each other. Even if we don't understand, we need to accept each other. There's my Gwenny again. Yep, there's no doubt about it. That's right. Gwenny just put in there all the different streaming services we have. And that's when I say devices, I mean you can watch all those streaming services on your device. Gwenny, by the way, I'm going to Ocean City. You want to join me? Anyway, but yeah, we used to have 4 channels when we were kids. 4: ABC, NBC, CBS, and Channel 20. We didn't even have Fox. Fox was a new thing as we got. I think Fox came with the cable. When the cable started hitting, Media General was the cable here in this area. Errol's Media General. Oh my goodness. Thinking back like that, huh? And those were the things that we latched onto and took care of. And so, Linda Bellotti, hey, I hope you're watching. You're an awesome person. Thank you, Linda. Share, please, with all your cronies. We're going to design also for Linda Bellotti's sake. More Joy Media is expanding out, and we're obviously in order to expand and do what I have a vision to do that I feel like I've come to prayerfully. And that sounds like that's like spiritual blackmail there. But what I feel like I want to do is build an office where people can come in and do podcasts. And they can do they can do a political podcast if they want, because it's not associated. It's produced by More Joy Media, but it's not, where it's enabled, I guess, but it's not produced because the producers are going to be the ones teaching individual people with their podcast. So the podcaster is the producer of their show. It'll be our equipment though, and they can come in and rent the space for half an hour for $10, something like that, whatever it's going to be, cheap. And so that's going to be what will be fun, is having them coming in, doing their podcast. We still get to put an advertisement on their podcast for what we're doing. And that's why it's only $10 for them to come in and sit for a half an hour and use our equipment, or 15 or 20. We haven't really discussed that perfectly, but I don't want it to be something people go, that's a little expensive. I'm going to say $10, $20. Shoot, I'm on my way. That's what I want people to do. I will tell a little story that Gwenny's prompting me a little bit here. She said that, when we were kids, we used to have 4 channels. Well, that's true. And in fact, I will tell you that most of the places in the country, when we first got the cable started, a lot of places in the country started getting cable, or not really. I don't think satellite really started. Well, satellite has always been around. People can use satellite for long. They've been using satellite for a long time. And so, that's the issue there. Now, what I will tell you is that my cousin and my cousins, and of course my cousin's ex-husband, but husband at the time, they came to visit us around Christmassy time. I think they came for Christmas, to tell you the truth. And when they got here, it was right after their mom died, I think. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't then. I don't remember when it was. All I know is it was right at that time where cable's starting to come in. And some companies and states had a certain amount of channels. Some had a certain amount of channels, whatever. But we came in, and Lance, my cousin Tracy's ex-husband, they'd had a plane crash in Denver. And so they'd just come from Denver. So he was interested, obviously, in what was going on. So I said, well, yeah, it'll be on CNN for sure. Let's go downstairs and watch CNN. So we all came downstairs to the basement of my parents' house. Turned on the TV. I clicked on CNN, and we're watching the coverage. And we basically got the note, and then they started repeating themselves. Whatever. So we all went back upstairs, but Lance stayed downstairs to watch. I said, "Here's the remote. That's CNN." I said, "If you want to put in channel 4, channel 5, or you can hit guide on the remote, and it'll tell you where all the channels are." So we go upstairs, and all of a sudden, Gwenny, I hope you're listening. All of a sudden, I hear Lance go, Tracy, come down here, quick. Tracy. And we thought, oh, they've announced the name of somebody he knows or whatever. All of us go racing downstairs. Excuse me, I snorted again. That's when I'm really laughing. He had hit the guide button to see if there's any other channels to check. He hit the guide button, and he goes, Tracy, when she came out, look how many channels they have. They have like 500 channels. Anyway, he was in man's heaven right there with all the channels. So they only had like 40 or something like that in Colorado. So anyway, it's quite interesting. I thought it was really funny because we all thought someone died or another plane crashed or something. All it was he found the guide button and found the 500 channels. And now it's more than that, obviously, folks. So, but back then, the Media General had like 500 channels, or Cox or whoever it was. And it was loaded up. So that was a funny day, funny thing. It wasn't funny that there's a crash in Denver. But, yes, I'm yawning. I'm sorry. Gwenny, you haven't liked or shared my broadcast here, kid. I need you to go over and like it if you don't mind. That helps me with tracking and things like that. All right, folks. Well, guess what? Today is Ocean City Day for me, and today is for my family. They're going on their own little trip to the beach of a river, some river beach place, and they have a cabin on the river and whatever. They're going to go have a good time. Madeline's taking one of her buddies, so that's why I got booted. But it's okay, because I'm going to go sequester myself in a very clean Howard Johnson Plaza room at Ocean City. I might run down to Rose's. I'll wear 2 masks when I go in there. Because they always have fun stuff and goofy stuff. If anybody's been to Ocean City, going to Rose's is like one of the best things. Gwen said, I remember when I got cable the first time, I was so excited. And we will be doing the rest of our shows tonight. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have another edition of, well, we were going to call it Nova Nation, but we're going to call it right now. The temporary name is the Washington football team. No, I'm kidding. It's called the Northern Virginia Restaurant and Bars Channel. We're going to come up with a snazzy name. Don't forget. Don't worry. But for right now, it's just going to be the Nova Restaurants and Bars. And actually, that might just be the best name for the show. Nova Restaurants and Bars. Nova News for restaurants and bars. Nova News for sports. Nova News for love hacks. Whatever. That's another show we have on Wednesday nights. Don't you do it. Don't do that. LOL. What are you talking about, Tura? No, seriously, we do have to change the name. We can't be Nova Nation because of Villanova. Villanova has a kind of a copyright on Nova Nation. And then we're going to have trivia tonight at 8 o'clock. Or 8:30, rather. 8:30. 8:30 will be trivia night. Tonight, we're going to have Sal Spiesel and Chuck Bednarik are going to both be on tonight. I think Chuck Bednarik, definitely the right name. I think Chuck Bednarik might have been a football player. I just got Chuck hooked up. But they're going to be on the show tonight talking about restaurants and the news and sport and bars and what the kind of things going on. He's making... Tura thought I was making fun of the Washington football team. No, Tura, I wasn't. That was a pretty good call on Dum Dum's part. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing, talking to those guys, finding out what's happening in the restaurant business. And I don't see why they can't. I don't know about James, though, Tura. We'll talk about that another time. I'm on my way to the beach, and I'm going to be heading out of here in the next hour or so. I can't get there too early because they won't let me in their room. But I have to stop and get some groceries to feed myself, keep myself sustain. I'm not going to be going out to eat. I might go waltz down the boardwalk or get on the back of the train where there is nobody and just take a ride on the boardwalk. That might be kind of fun. But yeah, so now I have to call my doctors too and find out what all I can do. Can I get in the pool? Can I go walk in the ocean? Whatever. I can't walk in the ocean, I don't think, because I have some sores on my legs from bumping into stuff, and I've got some open sores. So I don't think that's a good idea to get in the ocean, because I have no immune system. But I do have my mask that I will be wearing the whole time. And at night, it's got the reflector right there on the side. So I'm going to keep myself protected and all that kind of stuff. All right, yo. Peace out to your brothers and sisters. And peace out to everybody in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, peace is what it's all about. Peace, love, joy, and happiness and positivity. That's what it's all about. That's our mantra with More Joy. More Joy. That's the name of the company. Is that not the best? More Joy Media, folks. We love you. And we want you to have a great day. And, don't be too jealous that I'm jellying off to Ocean City, folks. It's not that big a deal, really. Hey, one last thing, folks. Don't forget. You can still vote right now. Maxim.com. She's in the semifinals, folks. Lisa Marie. She is one of the best people you'll ever meet. She's a local girl, and she's running for the CoverGirl 2020 for Maxim Magazine. And it comes with a nice prize. But the best part is every one of your monetary votes for Lisa or any other contestant on the program, but we know you're going to vote for Lisa, goes straight to the Wounded Warrior Project. The Wounded Warrior Project is what this is all about, folks, especially for Lisa. She's going to be giving $5,000 of her money that she would win to the DAV, which is Disabled American Veterans Association. So please, by all means, folks, she's dedicated that $5,000. No one else is doing that. Some people say, I'm going to give it all to, charity, which is me. No, I don't know what they're all thinking, but I know no one else is specifically guaranteed and specifically named an amount to go to someone. So $5,000 from her winnings, if she should get past the semifinals and then win the finals, goes to, and how cool would that be for us, for all of us, because Lisa's one of us. Lisa is one of us. And for her to be the Maxim 2020 cover girl, that's going to really blow up More Joy Media, folks. It really is. More Joy Media is going to have the Maxim 2020 cover girl as one of their commentators and or facilitators on More Joy Media's programming. We're so excited. She's already there. She's already doing it. And this will just be an extra boost. And for all of that, we appreciate you who are watching and those of you who are going to vote for Lisa. Thank you so much for your time, guys. All right. Peace out. And again, thank you.